Hello everyone. Today we will look at the exercise 1.5 of knowing our numbers. Why are we looking at this exercise? Because this exercise is about word problems. And many of you have messaged me or told me that you are finding word problems difficult. So today in our lesson, we will try to see how to make word problems simpler. Our objective today is we will be able to understand word problems and identify the steps to solve them. So what does this objective mean? When doing word problems, first we have to understand what the problem is telling. How will we understand? First, we will read, and we will read very carefully. So what are the steps to solve word problems? First, we will read it carefully. We will then write down the problem in small steps, and then we will find keywords. We will see in more detail how we do these steps when solving word problems. So, what is the first thing that you have to remember when doing word problems? Always read problems carefully. We make mistakes because we do not read a problem carefully. So children, that is why reading is so important. Once you have read the problem, write down what you understand. Write down the numbers and what you understand in small steps. We will see how to write a problem in small steps in the lesson. Let us take a look at this example. This is the first problem in the exercise 1.5. The number of people who visited during Commonwealth Games in New Delhi for the first 4 days was recorded as 15,290, 14,181, 14,235 and 10,578. Find the total number of people visited in these 4 days. Okay, so what is the first step? Read carefully. Read twice if you cannot understand. Next, we will write down the problem in small steps. So we have now read the problem. We will write it down what we understood. So this is what we understood from reading the problem. I have written it down in very small steps. So you just saw that we could write down the problem in small steps. But we could also draw pictures to help us understand the steps. Let's look at this problem again. The number of people who visited the Commonwealth Games, and the numbers have been given over 4 days. So what is the first thing we will do? We will read the problem carefully, and we will read it twice or more if we cannot understand. Once we have understood the problem, we will write down the problem in small steps. But here, instead of writing in small steps, I am going to draw a picture. It's a very simple picture, just 4 boxes showing day 1, day 2, day 3 and day 4. And I have written the number of people who are visiting the Commonwealth Games under these boxes. Now what do you think? Does this make the problem easier to solve? Is it easier to find how many people visited in total during the 4 days? What do you think? We will look at the problem number 5 next. A helicopter covers 600 km in 1 hour. How much distance will it cover in 4 hours? Express your answer in meters. We will again read the problem carefully. If we cannot understand, we will read it twice or more. What is the next step? We write down the problem in small steps. But here we are drawing pictures. So this is my picture. The helicopter covers 600 kilometers in 1 hour. Can you see that in the picture? So the problem is, how much distance will it cover in 4 hours? Just drawing the picture make it easier to solve? What do you think? Let's look at problem number 7. The distance between the school and the bus stop is 1 kilometer 875 meter. Every day, Gayatri walks both the ways to attend the school. Find the total distance she walked in 6 days. Again, read the problem carefully. Read it twice if you cannot understand. Next, I have drawn the picture. There is the school and the bus stop, and the distance between them is 1 kilometer and 875 meter. Gayatri is walking to the school from the bus stop and every day walking back to the bus stop. So, the one-way distance is 1 kilometer and 875 meters, which is 1875 meters. Then what is the distance when she goes both ways? It is 1875 multiplied by 2, which is 3750 meters. Now that is the distance Gayatri walks in one day. In 6 days, how much distance will she walk? Isn't it much easier now? Try drawing pictures when you are trying to solve word problems. Finally, we will look out for keywords when we are solving word problems. So what are keywords? Let's look at the first problem again, where we have to find out the total number of people who visited the Commonwealth Games in 4 days. We already did the first step, read the statement carefully. Then we will read it twice if you cannot understand. Next, we write down the problem in small steps, or we can draw pictures. So this is just the problem written in small steps. Then finally, look at the keywords. Can you say what is the keyword here? Find the total number of people who visited in 4 days. The keyword is total. So that is what we are looking for in this problem. If you read the problem carefully, you will grasp what does the keyword mean. But I am giving you some examples to help you understand how to identify keywords and see what they mean in a problem. So let's look out for some keywords. Example, total. This means we have to do addition or multiplication. Remember that multiplication means repeated addition. Difference, by how much is left. When we see words like this, it normally means subtraction. If the problem asks to find the size, weight, price or anything of each product, normally it means division. Division is also when you have to find out how to break one thing into many small parts. So these are some of the example keywords you can look out for, but there can be many more keywords which you will learn when you are solving more and more word problems. Finally, I'll give you a homework and you have to solve the problems in that homework by drawing pictures. You have to take a photo of your pictures and then send it to me.